Hello, it's me. Hey y'all, you seeing me on your following and your YT because my account is officially private because we are doing a little house cleaning, okay? So yeah, if you're seeing this is because you already follow me. And today it's Njuzu story time. Njuzu story time Nasi is quite personal, not my personal story, but like it's a personal story and I just don't want negative energy, you know what I mean? So let's get it and get started. Grrr. Before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tanata Madamira. Please do subscribe and comment. And also, if you need some wigs, you can WhatsApp me on this number or keep an eye on my TikTok updates and WhatsApp updates as well. So, Munyodona say teacher Moti Barbara, and we're just gonna call her Barbie, right? So Barbie anoti kubva paka 10 years anga kuita ma weird dreams as well as weird cravings as well. So anga runewe kuti she can crave mvura, but not just any water. She would crave like sea water. Just in case some of you don't know sea water like in detail, but takazvita science, it's salty, so that's what she would crave, which is weird. When you're in Zim, you can be craving stuff like that because we do not have the ocean. But anyway, that's what she was craving, and it became serious just before Atena 11, but craving yakatanga from 10 years. But pangar ma 10 years aita zvitanenge achicreva daga rere pam inonzi remuchenje rere, and then obva azotanga kucreva rere kuita sei rekutenga. And her mom started seeing this ndobva zviro kuti munhu wese ane nguva yaanongocreva chidaga, and she's 10, so we can't say she's pregnant. It's just a craving. Maybe anenge achingono, and she's just starting to feed off of that and starting to feel like maybe arikudo daga. And it got to a point where she became addicted to soap, like sipo. Angangomne anongonzodongotsenga sipo, and it was just weird. And hanzi sipo yakasikapera pamba arikuti hanzi ndaitodya sipo zvekutodaro, like sipo yakasikapera pamba was like should constantly munch on the soap. And then at my 11 years she started craving for a EMOC, so she would constantly buy salt yemagoloko salt and put mvura imomo so that inovavirira and stuff. So pangari ku11 years ipapo ndo pakatangeta maweird dream. So she would dream achiona murume anenge achimuendesa kumvura, like murume anoya omira kana padhoo pake obva amuti uri kuda mvura, and then she'll be like and then this guy hanzi anenge ane container re-white. It's not just white, rinenge rine white negold, rinenge rine chigodo, but iye anenge ane mvura zvinonyatsoona kuti munhu arubva mvura. And she would just have this craving yekuti pauro pake paioma the moment she would look at that guy, and that guy anenge ane chibhodhoro chinenge chichiluka like zvezvo you'll be just, is it salivating? Yeah, yekuti uchingomedzera tumate like I want this type of shit. So anyway, kuma dreams ikoko that men would take her, and then vaifamba. But the thing about this guy is hanzi inini naye patinenge tichifamba, it's like iye ari kufamba in a body of water and I'm right next to him, because iye anenge achiniti no haufani sei haufani upinda mvura, like iwewe ukangopinda mvura haumbofi wakadzoka. That's what was happening when she was walking with this guy. So hanzi me and this guy would talk, and then obva atita zvezvo iwe vanhu vakatoita sei vanhu vakatokumirira all the time, and they feel like ukauya ukangopinda mvura you are never gonna go back, because like they are really yearning for your presence kunoko. And then all the time she would ask him kuti ndekupi, like I really want to see the people that can't wait to see me. And then ovati kuti uvaone, it means kuti auchadzoka, because like you have to be in war, right? So she says this dream happened like 4 times. Mufesi uyo umtura, they would talk about nyaya, and he would be that person ekutano muvunza kuti so how is school, pane chiri kunetsa here? And she remembers there was a particular time yaakataura. So we are going to say musikana wainetsana naye at that time kuchikoro ainzi Tanata, right? So hanzi mufesi yarundibvunza kuti so how's life chichianza, ndatongomuudza ndikati kuchikoro kuri kunetsa, pane musikana anonzi Tanata anogara achindibhola achinditi ndiri weird, ndakashata chichichi. And then that guy was like, oh no, don't worry, zvichapera. And anotaura kuti the next day Tanata yanga kuita sei anga akumutya zvezvo, like Tanata itakangotarisa kuna Barbie aimutya zvezvo toti that type of thing. So hanzi ndaingoti maybe it's a coincidence. And then there was a time yekuti akambotaura like nyaya teacher, I think the last visit hanzi ndakamuudza nyaya teacher kuti teacher wangu ari kundinetsa chichichi. And then just like that the teacher angasamubvunze homework, even akasasubmita nothing, anga kutongoita like arita kunge ari kutya Barbie. At first Barbie zvaitonge zviri kumunakidza, but antaroti it just became another thing. Nandakanokudzai pese paienda kuningirikini kuhope ikoko murume uyu vasati vaita partner ways aimupa chibhodhoro cheche, and antaroti ndaipedza mvura iyoyo like inenge iri muchigubhu chakakura. She says maybe something like 1.6 to 2 liters, something like that, but hanzi ndaipedza zvekutodaro like ndinenge ndine nyota, and every time this guy would leave me ndinenge ndakaguta zvekuti handisisina that craving and what not. So he did not come 5 continuous times, akauya like matimes akatosiyana zvekutodaro. Now antaroti when she was 12 pabirthday rake ane one of her relatives akamutengera jira regold, ndobva amuti very soon you have an occasion and I want you to like nyatsosona jira iri, when you're ready you tell me, ndoda kuti nyatsogadzira jira rakanaka for a very special occasion, happy birthday. So that jira really stood out to her because it reminded her of that bottle that she used to see murume achiya naro kudhara rinenge rine chii, rinenge rine gold. So hanzi jira riri I was just like you know what, I wouldn't use jira rakadai sogadzira dress, it's not that great quality, it's like certain yeah but not strong enough yekuti unogadzirisa hembe. So hanzi nanda kutongoti you know what, ndirarire jira iri. So pese paishandisa jira because airara ega, pese paishandisa jira iroro aita hope dzekuti she would feel successful waking up, she would not remember but she would feel powerful, successful and whatnot. But pasingarishandise life will be just like me, right? Now it happened kuti at the age of 13 pakazongoita nguva yekuti pakanzi mbuya vekumusha vashaya, mai vababa zvakazongotaurwa nzichi vashaya, and they had to go kumusha. They stayed kumusha for a whole month, but 3 days before vadzokera moms vakatoti tofanira sei, tofanira nonoklina zvinhu zvedu kunowacha zvino so that tinokwanisa kuenda kumba tichiziva zvinhu zvese zvakachena patinodzokera chikumba. So antaura kuti takatoenda paipaya. Well, luckily in quotes, luckily vanga vakafa nguva yeholiday, so that's why their stay was long like that. Ndobva aenda kumfura. So time yaaienda like namama wake kurwisi chichi, there was a guy hanzi akangonyuka from nowhere obva atongoti uyu mwana yaasofana enda kwamuri kuenda naye. So hanzi ndakatongora mwana mutasa ndikati inini zvikanzi saka mama wacho akabva ngoita zvongoti asi mwana mudiki zvekudara hamboita sei, hambonobhaguje zvekuti anoita sei, anofa. So hanzi muresume mune mbiri yekuti like vana vanoenda noita chamunyorududu and then vosongoshaika. She says there was an incident kudhara yaigara achiudzwa nagogo akasati vashaya kuti like muresume moma muri dangerous in the sense yekuti maitonge muri shallow but hanti munoziva nzizi hadzina like padzinotangirawo kugumira, like dzasiyana nepool yekuti there is concrete and stuff. So rwizi is like ever flowing, if you get what I mean, like you can still go deeper ingori sand. So the thing about the sand yaiwanikwa pasi in that particular river yange the type of sand yekuti like iri porous yekuti inovhurika zvekudaro. Kunotombotaura kuti kune mwana akatozowanikwa muvhu after 3 hours of searching, anga ari muvhu like muzasi deep meningirikini merwisi, so mama wacho vangoti don't worry amboite izvozvo kunodididi. Ndobva vatongoti alright, murume bva atongoti alright, but indera sei ndataura zvandataura, right? And then that man obva aenda. So akuda kutosvika kurwisi keke ndobva aona macoins anga akawanda. Nditaura ndakaona pasango pane macoins akawanda. So ndikudza mama ndikati mama une mazimari ese ari apa, hanzi anga ari macoins anga akatoita like churu chemacoins, right? And pane churu chemacoins daro mama wacho bva kuti handisumaone. Ndikati mama ayo macoins ari apa. Mama wacho bva kuti ina handisita sei handisumaona macoins auri kutaura. So mama wacho bva kuti handisikuona macoins auri kutaura chichi. And then uyo bva tongoti alright. So vatomboti mumwe muchembero bva tongosvikawo like pavanga vari zvikanzi imi munoona zvinhu zvinenge zvichionekwa nemwana wenyu hamuzvione but potai muchimubhilivha zvinhu zvaanenge achitaura. And then momusi wacho bva ngoita zvongoti okay, no worries, right? And then mama wacho bva watoenda kurwizi, anga akatomirira mama vake. So antaura kuti ndakazongoita zvezvoti I was just like mama chisarai muchita zvamuri kuita because like papa nakadzi akawanda. Pandatoti sarai muchita henyu zvamuri kuita. Pandatienda papa netwana toitotamba chichichi. Pandatienda paipaya ndakatongochilawo paipaya. And then akachilawo daro she says akaona mumwe mukadzi obva atongomuti ndikutsvaga kwakati but mubvunziro akaita like aitotaura kumba kwavo direct like kwagogo. And in her head she was just thinking I think munhu adaita sei adabata vanhu pakwedu maoko nenyaya yekushaya kwagogo. So hanzi mandatoti handokwanisa kuperekedza ndobva ndatodza mumzi wangu mama vari kutsvaga kumba chichida unovasiya uffichansi papari padhuze rodara. Hanzobva atoti its fine utese udzoke handiti. Ndobva atongoti alright. Ndobva aenda nemukadzi iyoyo. So nditaura ndichitofamba nemukadzi yacho tonti saka uri mwana wani. So hanzi ndotomuexplainera ndini mwana wanhingi dede wangu ndo chakuti bhoni yemumba, you know, that type of thing. Tuchiita a conversation and she says paka mukadzi iye akazongondidhonza but tapinda musango, but tichipinda musango patangoiri kana tapinda mvura and then tapinda mvura pandata. And since tutaura nyaya dzemumvura, my heart really goes out to everyone who lost their dearly loved ones in this Kariba incident. Over 15 people have died and bodies are still being recovered. My heart is heavy and I'm really, really sorry, guys. It's very unfortunate. And we have, you know, inefficient emergency rescue services and facilities, and that's why we are still here. My bodies are kutragwa. We just hope some people are also found alive and everyone is recovered at the end of the day. A proper send-off and everyone is found. I know some of you have been saying, hey, Tani Konyami. Yeah, I get it, but like, let's hold up on that one for now. Let's just hold up on that one, guys. It's just an issue of overseeing important requirements, because from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, that boat's carrying capacity is supposed to be 90 and there were over 100 people, so capsizing is bound to happen. But like I said, it's just an issue on what we have inefficient emergency rescue procedures, services and facilities. But honestly, our heart really goes out to you. Tanga udedera pepa yezvezve kuti no handisi kukwanisa kupinda mvura. And this lady hanzobva aramba achimudhonza kuti pinda mvura hanzibva ndati no handisida kupinda mvura and then that lady obva apfurisa madziso kuti like pinda mvura. I know, guys, my song agara mahombe, it just looks funny when I do it, but like hanzobva pinda mvura, that type of thing. So hanzi I had no option and I just surrendered and then vandapinda mvura. So antaura kuti tiri mumvura imomo abva mukadzi wobva atanga undiudza kuti like, oh, so tiri mumvura, this lady akutanga explain kuti oh, you know, ndiwe mwana waningi tata nenguva tichikutsvaga, we've been waiting for you, we sent our messenger 5 times but takana kuti unombobvira wasvitsa nyaya yedu, you should be here with us, but we amene tiri kuita ipapo, vamwe vanhu arifanira kunge vachitopona through you chichichichi. So hanzi vandatavabvunza ndikati ina handikuziye munoita nezvei, and then ndopa kutongoti unoziva dzinonzi njuzu here chichichi. So hanzi vandati oh yeah, ndokungonzwa nezvadzo. And then these ladies, they became like real less people, like real people, but they were naked, but they were not naked in a way of when me and you get naked we can see horror, this and this and this on you. No, they were naked, but it's like it was shattered, if I don't know how to put it, but like really censored, but like naturally censored, if you get what I mean. So hanzi vandatongoti, so is this your form? And then one of them changed and became something like a gigantic scorpion, and some of them were, the way people talk about them, could be like fish, but not like half human half fish. They were like full fish just with human faces, like picture a fish and then a human face to it. That's what they were like. And then the lady she was speaking with was very ugly. She was an ugly, frail old lady. She was so freaking ugly, that lady. And she had come to me akanaka, and if I had seen her in a true form, I wouldn't have gone with her. That's what she was saying. So I think it's just that issue, you have to like mermaids shape shift and stuff. So that's what happened. So hanzi ndakaita scream out, but like when I screamed, when I screamed, hanzi when I like that Ningrikini, that lady like did this, and then this is now voice. So I was just like, you know, that type of thing. Like she was making movements, but there was no sound coming out. Anyway, this lady was like, first things first, you're disobedient, and then you come and then you're going to show her, you know, that type of thing. So Anze, that lady was so pissed. She was so pissed that like you don't have respect and stuff like that. So Anze, I'm sorry Gigi, but then what happened was she could hear people like screaming for her name and stuff, and then she would like turn, Kuti, what's going on? And then that lady would be like, oh, those are your people, but you cannot respond, unfortunately, but you can. They are crying for you, but not like crying as in yelling for her, like, you know, Barbara or Tanata, you know, the type of thing. I almost say their name, yeah. Anyway, they were yelling and stuff, and she was just like, "Nokumbrodzokera," and the lady was like, "Apana kwarudzokera until you do what we want you to do." And from there was a guy who came, and this guy had a thing that looked like a lizard give birth right in front of her. And the funny thing is, she could tell this guy, "No, you're supposed to do this," and then. So that's when the lady said, "You're supposed to be helping one okuzvara, and you're supposed to be doing traditional stuff, and you're meant to be a healer. So you're supposed to chill with us until you master the basics and become nyanri yezvinezvi," right? So she stayed there for quite some time. And food wise, she said, "I was not given any food because I was not feeling any hunger. The only thing I was drinking was that sea water, mvura in a salt. That's the only thing she was taking, and she would feel so full. She would not need food at all. And she says it was quite an experience, because you could see people that are just like slaves and whatnot. But I was glad kuti I'm not a slave. The slaves on Goroneve kuti she was saying, like, how some people be like, "Oh, hakuna njuzu," and then they be like, "Oh, inini ndichanokuradza kuti hakuna njuzu chichi." Those are the type of people who are taken, and they are told kuti amumbofi makadzokera, no matter whatever rituals your people do, you are not gonna go back, because like you were challenging us, that type of thing. So hanzi ndo vanhu vanenge varikoko nevanhu vanenge vachidaita zvezvo kuti kana kuti chakati chenjuzu chine chakati, those people that believe it, like when you see a mermaid you be rich and stuff, chichichi, they are taken as well and stuff. So Anna Tarot, she stayed there for quite some time, and once her training was done, she remembers one night just being told to Buddha, and then she went out and she swam. Anga satambo swimmer, but she could swim so good when she went out. Anga panga pari pakati pe usiku, and then she just went home, and that's when she realized it's been 5 years dzanga pasi, and people had lost hope yekuti achadzoka, but they knew she was still alive because they were consulting with traditional healers, sangomas, gobelas, and stuff like that. And they were happy when she came back. But when she came back, vakamuti urare mumusha, bvisa hembe dzako, urare like panze, but aupinde mumba, urare panze pe gate, like usapinde musha medu. So she slept there naked, and then the next morning ndobvazongopiwa jira riye rakapiwa 5 years ago regold, ndo rakabva putirwa naro zvikanzi chipinda musha. And then jira rere ratogara ratofambirwa nyaya dzaro, and they went back naye kumvura after a couple of weeks. Vabereki anani munhu esadedzwa pachinzi njuzu yemusha yadzoka, murapwi wemusha adzoka chichichi, and they gave her back to the water kuti sorry rini tatakabata mwana yenyu, we didn't know chichichi. And then she went back to the water. She says ipapo ndakadzokera for like less than a year, close to a year, but less than a year. She stayed kuningirikini kumvura, and she was being taught how to deal with certain cases, and all that. But she's a very spiritual person, and in her case, she can never ever sleep with nobody, because if she does, that talent goes away. Not only does it go away, she dies instantly, and she can never ever obviously have kids. She can never ever obviously get married. She can never ever be there when one of her loved ones dies. I'm talking your mom, your dad, your siblings, your close relatives. You're not supposed to be there when they die, and generally she's just not supposed to be there. If it's a funeral, when that person was not a spiritual person, she's not allowed to be there. She's not allowed to cry. So if she gets to a point it's chai for you. So if you put her in a situation or a scenario where she has to cry, like, it's chai for you, whoever made her cry. But as much as she's someone who cannot have kids and whatnot, she's very good when it comes to kids. Like, she helps vanhu vaive vasina mari kudeliver vana vavo, anovabatsira, but it has to be a spiritual sending yaanenge aitwa unzi like inonobatsira ningi and stuff. And munhu kuti like she can make $1 out of 50 cents. Is it 15 cents? Yeah, try to make $1 out of 15 cents, something like that. But like munhu she just have this gift yekuti she has the gift of increasing. So like blessings are increased, money is increased, everything is just double type shit, that type of thing. So that's our story, Barbie. And we are gonna be having our TikTok logged, and I think it's at a point where we are no longer chasing views, but we are now at a point where we are just cleaning energy, especially because when I do my lives, I'm trying to avoid certain people to be joining those lives, hence why we are now doing this little in-house cleaning. So if you're naughty and I catch you, I'm blocking you, okay? Yeah. And if you go and you come back and I notice you on the request, I'm gonna cut you off. That's just the type of person I am. And just in case you're thinking my hair is short now, yes it is. I trimmed my hair. So yesterday I went to do treatment in thermoplastia, so it's just to help with the elasticity of the hair, especially considering the type of weather, or should I say climate, in Cape Town. It's totally different from what my hair is used to. You need to remember I spent 23 years in Zimbabwe, so my hair is used to a particular climate and whatnot, which is different from what Cape Town is. And because I'm Charukwe, I'm now keeping my hair, I have to do all those type of treatments. So we had to trim my hair, as long as it was a nice whatnot. There was quite a lot of dead hair in there, so it was trimmed after my my treatment. So yeah, this is my new hair, y'all. But it's not that short though, don't worry. Kwagara kumberi kwagara oningoni some short hair and whatnot, but you know, it looks nice, I guess. You're right. Help me guys to know how to get the best curling wand, because and I obviously want rollers. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to do a roller set. That's it from me today, guys. I hope I see you later in my life. You take care. Bye bye.